Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne's Sharp World, where today I have another unboxing for you guys of a new model of a very popular Kizer knife. If you guys have seen my Kizer top 10 model, or my top 10 Kizers, this is very high on the list. I'm going to link that top 10 list to this video so you can check those all out. And I also have a full review of this knife already done, and I will have that linked below as well if you want to get my full thoughts on the actual model and design itself, because like I said, not a new model, but a new version of a very, very intriguing model, one that I raved about, one that some people even raved more about than I did, and it's one that I think is going to be another good seller for Kizer. They have a lot of good sellers, but this one in particular, the action and the design and the blade, it really spoke to a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this. And if you guys want to pick this knife up, be sure to hit up Mojave Outdoor. It is an exclusive through them. Use this code right here, Wayne's World, for 10% off, and pick yourself one up if it fits your fancy. I think it will fit a lot of people's fancy, because I think this was a knife that got hot real quick and it sold out quick, and I think some people that wanted it weren't able to get their hands on one, but now you can. And this one right here is none other than a Kizer Towser K, with a little bit of a, I guess you could kind of call this murdered out. It's not completely murdered out because it's black micarta, so you get a little lighter black. But yes, black micarta, black wash blade, black hardware, black clip, black everything. And I gotta say, first impressions and the vibes, pretty good. Pretty darn good. Just as good as the original in terms of action. Yeah, it sounded, you can tell when you go to close it. It's a little dry, needs a little lube in the bearings, but again, that is expected sometimes when things ship from China or anywhere across the world. I mean, they sit around for a while before they actually get into the hands of the consumer. So that's no big deal there. But yeah, I'm digging this. I really like the black wash. I've always said it before, but the black wash from Kizer, they do a really good job on it, and it's a good medium of having a black blade, but also not having it coated, so when you actually start to use your knife, you won't have quite as many scuff and noticeable marks on the blade. The black wash just tends to hide that. Now, the micarta here, the black micarta, is very nice, very smooth. That should be expected from Kizer. They usually provide exceptionally nice micarta, and this is no different. This is really going to darken up on you, though. Let's see here. Sometimes you can just by rubbing it on my hands. Oh, how did that happen? A little off-centered there. There we go. But just rubbing it in the oils of your hand can give you an idea. As you can see there, it's going to darken up quite a bit as you use it more and more. But this is the exact same Towser K, and the action is just as good as the original. The middle finger flicking action is fantastic, and it is drop shut. And I mean guillotine drop shut. You have to be quick to close this blade without catching your thumb. Yeah, it's just like that. It's like a motion. As you push in the liner lock, you have to already start moving it out of the way. But yeah, it can be done, and it does add a nice level of fidget factor to it, but you want to be careful because, as with every Kizer, you have a very sharp blade, a razor sharp blade. As a matter of fact, I did, the edge on my original Towser K came in at 16 to 17 thousandths. And this is every bit of 16 to 17 thousandths. Definitely the same good grind, and a pretty tall flat grind. It's not a complete full flat grind, but it's such a tall grind, you're really going to get some excellent slicing geometry from this blade. And being 154 cm steel, it's going to hold up just fine for you. And yeah, it really does fill the hand well. It has some unique ergonomics to where you can hold it like here, and kind of like what I think some people would consider like maybe the main grip or whatever. And it feels really good, fills the palm, sits very well in your hand. But then you also have this area right here where you can move up, and you have all this jimping, all this excellent jimping, combined with some excellent jimping on the bottom, and a very, very solid grip, a secure grip, one where you can really use this knife pretty hard and feel very safe about not slipping onto the blade. Now, with that being said, there's no actual protection, no guard here to keep your finger from moving up into the path of the blade. So you always want to use your knives with caution and care, and just be aware, you know, of what type of force you're putting into the project you're currently working on. You don't want to push too hard and slide into that path, because it could result in a very nasty cut. So you want to be careful and use your tools with respect and awareness. But outside of that, yeah, very, very nice. There's nothing to pick apart on this guy. If you guys know, I believe this ranked third. I'm pretty sure it was third. Might have been second. I think it was third, though. I think it was third or maybe even fourth. I don't know. You got to watch the video because it's been a while since I recorded it. But it's definitely up there. I want to say it's hovering around the top 3 of my favorite Kizers of all time. And this just reminded me of just how great it was. I actually sold my old Kizer K to a buddy that really wanted one, and he wasn't able to get one. So I had enough time with it to where I let it go for a friend. But I'm glad to have one back in the collection, and it's going to sit around in it because it's going to sit around. It's going to get carried too. But it is a very nice Kizer. One of my favorites out there, and I think one that is going to sell very well. I don't know how long these will be in stock. If they sell as fast as the original Kizer Ks did, they're probably going to go fairly quickly. And I still feel like, too, a lot of people will really levitate towards the all blacked out stuff. So I think this is going to be a very popular one. So, another reason I am uploading this a little sooner than later. If you guys see it and you want one, you might want to act quick because they're going to sell quick. And they should, because they're great knives. It's a nice full 4-finger grip knife that is good for a very versatile blade that I think is going to work well for just about anyone's EDC use, as long as you can legally carry a blade this big. I have no reason to say not to go for this. Excellent knife. And as I said earlier, if you want to see a full review of this knife, you can click the link below in this video, and it will take you to my original full review of the Kizer K, which was just a little different in terms of colorway and flavor. But other than that, same knife. So with that being said, guys, this is the Kizer K. Let me know what you think of this. Do you like this version more than the 2 previous versions? One was a blue rich light with a little milling and a satin blade. The other one was, I think, a stonewash blade with red micarta, so completely different from this one. This is a very new version, and I think one that's going to be well received. Let me know what you think of this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and until the next one, I'm out.